It is Wednesday, the 28th day of December, 2022. And now I'm going to do what Bill Burr has done for like the last 2 months or so. Holy shit, I can't believe the year's almost over. Something along those lines, and it's sounding nothing like that. So Christmas has once again come and gone. And once again, I've been disappointed in what I've been gifted. The past decade or so, I've asked for literally the same thing. Nothing. It's not that I don't like gifts, it's just that I don't like the people in my life spending money on me. There's no point. I don't know, maybe it's a self-confidence thing where I just don't feel worthy of getting gifts. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. So when somebody asks me, what do I say? Nothing. It's not necessary, so I ask for nothing. And yet, I've yet to have a single person take my holiday wishes seriously. Not a single one. I am very lucky to have people in my life that have that even choose to get me something at Christmas, because not everyone is so lucky. However, I'd be even luckier if I had people in my life that could make that choice to actually listen to what I actually want. Nothing. Save your money, please. I don't need a thing other than for you to just listen. That was a very well-written, poorly read open. Was it not? I am fucking freezing right now. Freezing in this goddamn shed. It is appallingly cold in here. Oh, God. I'm looking at the little heater that I have in here. I now have two heaters. It says 47 degrees. When I came out here, it said 43, and I turned the fucking thing on at 4 o'clock. It's currently 8 p.m. as I'm recording this. Anywho, this week I'm going to hopefully talk about something that you'll find interesting, but, let's be honest, if you've already got this far, you already know that's not the case. So, I'll be talking about the old West Coast versus East Coast rap beef for some weird fucking reason. Christmas time babies, the retirement of #dumb teams, jury duty, and probably for the 8th time, boner commercials on the radio. And look, I tried to tell you it ain't good, but that's all right here, right now, on episode number 144 of Complaints and Observations.
Still, the most less than average podcast on the internet, with a host who's the smartest person in the room when he's the only one there. A continuing odyssey into mediocrity, guaranteed to make you question your life choices and your own sanity. This is Complaints and Observations with Dave LaPointe. Who the hell is Dave LaPointe?
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
On a ship, adrift on this ocean. I have Mixed Emotions by the Stones stuck in my dome. I don't know why. Yeah, hey, how are you? How's things going? Good? Yeah, me too. I hope you are coming off an outstanding holiday weekend, regardless of what you happen to celebrate. And look, nothing aggravates me more than, the Merry Christmas versus Happy Holidays people. Why the fuck? Why does that matter? It doesn't. It doesn't fucking matter. Of course, it matters to some people who just love to fucking argue over innocuous garbage. There's literally no point. Like, honestly, who gives a shit? Like, if somebody says one of the things to you, and let's say you don't celebrate Christmas, right? What are you going to do? You flip out? No, like, you shouldn't. Just let it go. The same way if somebody says happy holidays to you, you don't say, nah, what's the matter? You can't say Merry Christmas? As if Christmas is like this. As if it's like a I don't know. I don't know what the right word is for it. But look, Christmas in and of itself has nothing to do with whatever it is that these people happen to think it is. Okay, so don't come at me with it's Jesus's birthday because you don't fucking care. It's one of the 2 days that you happen to go to church. So blow me. Secondly, it's nothing but a capitalistic creation. That's it. I'm not going to get into this because it's a boring, tired subject. Christmas. Bah. It's good for kids. That's literally all it should be for, is children. People who get all jazzed up over Christmas and then get angry about that dumb shit. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. You can't say Merry Christmas. What's the matter with you? Well, it's because I don't care. That's what I really don't care. Anyway, I got off track. But seriously, hope you had a wonderful weekend. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, some other pagan nonsense that I'm not familiar with. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Ate a lot of food, drank too much, ate too much. Yeah. Too much drinking. Jeez, I think I mentioned last week how much I thoroughly enjoy alcohol, but I am so tired of hangovers. I'm tired of feeling shitty after drinking, and I haven't reached the point where I'm like, oh, I gotta stop drinking. No, not yet. Not yet. I should tone it down. But I don't even drink that much to tone it down. I don't know. Who knows? I think if I'm having this internal debate with myself, then it probably means I drink too much. I don't know. Pardon me. But there were a couple days where I felt pretty lousy, especially in the morning. So that's that. I mentioned that I wanted to talk about the East Coast versus West Coast rap beef from the early to mid 90s. I'm not entirely certain where that came from. The other day, I had California Love stuck in my head, and I think I fell down the rabbit hole with that because it was like, at one point, these two gentlemen did not care for one another. And I think they squashed said beef for the most part, not entirely, because two guys got shot and killed. But wait a minute, now that I'm thinking about it, hold the phone. Wait a minute. Back up the truck. Tupac and Dre were on the same side. You fucking dummy. See, this is why no one listens to this program. The host is a moron. Here I am, like getting my rap beefs confused. Why did I think? Why? Well, because Tupac was born in New York, was he not? Maybe that's why. I don't know. It shows you how much attention I paid to the beef back in the day. That, close to 30 years later, I'm fucking up the sides. Oh boy, that's so bad. So bad. And then, like, the first time that Tupac got shot and almost killed, he was in New York. Was he not? Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's what happened. The first time it happened, he was in New York. I don't know, it's weird. There's no substance behind this particular topic other than I thought about it. And my thought was like, what was the point? I guess there's, some substance there, but it's like, oh, my rap's better than yours. No, it's not. And we're gonna shoot people. Boy. It just goes to show you that the gun problem been around forever, since the 90s and before that. I am off to a dynamite start, huh? Whew. Dynamite. It's just one of these things that popped in my head, and I and it was something that they didn't like each other because of where they were from. Like, who cares? Grow up. Listen, rappers, grow up. I'm just too cold to be coherent. This is a special episode too, folks. Very special. I have a voicemail later on from the first mom to call the show. I don't know if Helen, the caller from a couple weeks back, who dialed the wrong number, who, by the way, I took my buddy Matt's advice and tried to call back, and I got nothing. It just kept ringing. Helen may be a mom, I don't know, but she wasn't calling the show. She was calling the wrong place. So yeah. That's 10 minutes down the drain, folks. I just took 10 minutes of your life and flushed it straight down the can. Oh, man. Yeah. And another thing that popped up, I now know, I think 3 people with Christmas Eve birthdays and a couple people with Christmas Day birthdays. And I asked one of them recently because I just met this guy not too long ago, and I happened to be spending time with this guy, and I asked, now, was that planned? Did your parents try to conceive in order to birth you during the Christmas season? And he looked at me like I had 18 heads. And he said, I understand it's a completely ludicrous question, but I don't think it's entirely out of the realm of possibility. Do you? And he said, well, yeah, I do. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? You mean to tell me that there's nobody on earth who doesn't try to conceive in order to have children on Christmas Day? I beg to differ, sir. And so it ended up being a fairly lengthy conversation. We got a handful of other people involved, and I think I came out the victor there, which is, yes, there are plenty of people that'll try to do that. I just, I don't see the point. But I'm not the one making the babies, so what the fuck? My opinion is useless. Means nothing. Just like this podcast, it means nothing. Whew. I am just I'm struggling. I was very excited to record this episode. But I had zero content. Zero. I even fished for a little. I put out the siren call on Twitter and Instagram. Hey, how was your Christmas? Christmas. How was your Christmas? Call in 617-657-4736. Call in. Complain about Christmas. What's the deal? I got nothing. But I do have one, and I'm very excited to share that one at some point. But let me try to warm up and then come back with a better segment. Stay tuned. All right, let's talk sports, shall we? Because as I've said multiple times on this program, it's one of the few things in this world that I know little about. So, for most of the season, I've been doing hashtag dumb teams. Actually, I shouldn't say most of the season. Probably, I'm certain I got started late, like everything else. And hashtag dumb teams was there to showcase what I felt to be the stupider decisions, moves, plays, etc. By a given team during a given week. Well, a couple weeks back, the Patriots lost to the Raiders in the dumbest possible fashion. And I said, okay, after that, I'm retiring hashtag dumb teams. Because, I mean, nothing can be dumber. However, I actually had, prior to the Patriots, both the Colts for blowing their 33-0 lead and the Vikings for letting such a bad team run train on them for so long. It was a dual hashtag dumb teams, and one of those teams won. Then the Patriots came in and retired the entire fucking segment because nothing can get dumber. It was just one of those things where, you're watching the return, not the return, the handoff, and you think, okay, safe play, he's going to get tackled and go down. End of regulation. We're moving to overtime, and you hope that they pull it off, right? Even though they shouldn't even be in this position because that Raiders touchdown was not a touchdown. That dude was out of bounds. But whatever, you got to roll the punches, right? And when Ramondre Stevenson started, when he lateraled the ball back, I was instantly saying, what are you doing? What is going on here? What is happening? And then, obviously, as we've seen 1,000 times, Jacoby Myers with the pass to, this is the thing that gets kind of, I've only heard this mentioned once, right? He's trying to pass backwards to Mac Jones. What do you, unless there's like a chasm has suddenly developed in the middle of the field so that nobody can get to where he is, he's going to get 10 yards before, the Raiders have swarmed him. So that in and of itself was stupid. But then the fact that, it gets picked off, running for a touchdown, and it's by Chandler fucking Jones of all people. It was just really stupid. Oh, God. And all you could do was laugh. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Just amazingly funny. And then this past weekend, Saturday, Christmas Eve, you have the Bengals come to town where my brother and I were going to go to the game, but we couldn't find anyone to take the other 2 tickets. We have 4 tickets. We couldn't fill the other 2. Why? Because they stink. And because it was like 4 degrees outside, so we didn't go. And boy, am I glad we didn't go, because that would have been a waste of a day. The fact that Cincinnati was only up 22-0 at half was an outright miracle. Because they probably, I mean, obviously they should have had at least 2 more points. Should have been 24-0. Actually, probably, yeah, 25-0. I'm sorry, because they went for 2 and didn't get it. So it should have been 25-0. Missed PAT, missed 2-point conversion. So it should have been 25-0. And then they probably should have had 1 more touchdown, maybe. So in reality, it should have been 32-0 Cincinnati. But the fact that they were only down 22, again, was a minor miracle. They get that really great defensive touchdown, Kyle Duggar. I saw a stat the other day. No, today. The Patriots defense has scored more points than the Patriots offense. How is that possible? How is that possible? I don't believe it. So it has to be like defense and special teams. Maybe. I don't know. And maybe they're counting field goals. Who knows? But I couldn't believe it. I was like, no fucking way. This can't be right. But 22 to end up being 22-6. Because this was a bad snap. Folk had to do like a stutter step to try to kick the extra point, and he missed. Gaffes everywhere. Gaffes everywhere. Gaffes everywhere. Gaffes everywhere. That's not even, yeah, see? Bad episode, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know why I did that. They had 1 good drive all day. 2, if you count the final drive, where Ramondre again fumbled the ball. Theoretically, they probably could have blown the play dead before the ball came out. But these are the things that you have to deal with when you're a bad team. Sorry about that. These are the things you have to deal with when you're a bad team that makes mistakes all the time. Boneheaded mistakes constantly. And it wouldn't shock me. Honestly, it would be kind of like poetic justice in a way if Mac Jones got suspended for the stupid block, quote unquote, that he threw. I'm curious to see what the league does with that move. Fucking idiot. So they stink. They flat out stink. I mean, I want to go back and listen to what I said about my prediction for the year. I might have said 9-8. I might have said 9-8. And the possibility still exists that they could be 9-8. I may have done one of those 9-8, 8-9 things. I might have done one of those moves. I don't know. And quite frankly, I'm too lazy to go back and find out. Oh, God. This show stinks. They need I don't want to say a complete overhaul because I think the defense is okay. They're okay. I think they're going to lose Gerard Mayo. I can't fucking talk. This is brutal. I apologize. Especially to any first-time listeners, I apologize. It's usually bad. I don't think it's usually this bad. My face typically isn't frozen when I'm doing the show. So I'm going to blame that. Gerard Mayo's gone. Steve Belichick, I think, has actually earned his spot somewhat. So I'm very curious to see how that plays out. I mean, the special teams coach needs to go. Whatever Matt Patricia's actual title is, he needs to go. But he's not going anywhere. He'll be back, just not coaching the offense. Maybe he coaches the O-line and does okay. Fine, whatever. You can't do both, you fucking dummy. They need at least one tackle, maybe two. At least one. I shouldn't say that. At least one, probably two. They need an actual receiver that can get open. That's what they need. They need a lot, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So that's sports. Well, mainly just football. You know what else was really dumb? The moron who caught Aaron Judge's 60-second home run ball. He was offered $3 million literally that night. He turned it down. It went to auction. What did it sell for? $1.2 million. My guess is that dude's going to lose probably that 0.2, if not more, to the auction house and walk away after taxes with less than $1 million. It just proves, it goes to show you, okay? Go with your gut. Listen to your gut. There's no way that guy's gut told him, oh, stick it out. Don't take the $3 million. Nope. His gut told him to take it, and then some other fucking little dummy probably came along. You can get way more than $3 million for that ball. As if anyone gives a flying fuck. One, about baseball right now. Two, about Aaron Judge. They were throwing the guy meatballs for fucking 3 weeks before he finally hit that 60-second home run. So, bugger off. That's right. And bugger off. All right, one reasonably quick thing, and then another thing. Has anyone else noticed the now increase in boner commercials on sports radio? It's almost as if it's every other fucking commercial. The Northeast Men's Clinic in their revolutionary wave therapy. If you don't get a boner in office, your visit is free. Oh. Woo. Whoa. Like, what do you do? I shouldn't say what do you do? What do they do? How do they know? Is it a Ron Burgundy situation? I mean, are they checking out your trousers to make sure that you have a hard on? I mean, what if you just say no? Sir, did you get an erection? No, I'm sorry, I didn't. Okay, then you're free to go. There's no way that happens. I wonder if they're like, okay, sir, drop trowel. Let's see that cock. Well, doesn't look like it worked. You're free to go. What? How exactly does that work? Who's in charge here? Who is the erection viewer? Because I think that would make a difference, yeah? If it's some old crusty guy, demanding to see your Johnson? Demanding to see your junk to inspect it for erection status. I mean, that thing's going limp. So my assumption is that the Northeast Men's Health Clinic has attractive women or attractive men. Not everybody that needs a boner is straight. All right? All you lousy gay hating fools. I'd be very curious to know what that situation is like. Anyways, enough cock talk. Listen, I mentioned jury duty. I had jury duty last Monday. Had jury duty. Now, the last time I had jury duty, and I think I've mentioned this on the show, I got chosen and seated for a trial. And it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Anybody who tells you that they want to do that, they have mental health issues. It was, look, if I had to choose, okay, yeah, I'd love to be on a money laundering trial. Okay, fine, I'll sit in on that. Nope. What did old Dave get? Not a murder trial, but a I think it was like second degree or accessory to. I can't remember exactly because I've tried to really block the whole fucking thing out. It was brutal. I mean, the people that were coming in to give testimony and to talk about what they saw or what they did, all depressing people, because it was a um, homeless / drug addicted young man who was stabbed to death by another homeless drug addicted young man. And so everybody that came waltzing through the courtroom had been addicted to drugs or homeless at one point, or still were, or still are, etc. And it was depressing. It was depressing. And you sit there and you think, how the fuck have we devolved so far as a society where this is normal? And then they put us on a bus. They drove us to the fucking crime scene. They showed us video of, thankfully it was surveillance video. So there's no close-up footage of this kid getting stabbed, but you know what's going on when they show the video. When the prosecution's like, here's the video of so-and-so dying. Oh, well, that's exciting. So anybody who tells you that they have a fucking problem. Until you're forced to sit and watch that, don't say anything. All right? Don't do it. Thankfully, this time, slow day, different courthouse. It was still very interesting. I was out of there by like 1 o'clock, so it was fine. But courthouses are a very interesting mix of emotions. Groups of people whose lives are about to be, or already are, or have been dramatically changed for whatever reason. And you don't know. I mean, obviously, you don't know. I mean, some people coming out of some rooms, obviously, you kind of figure out what it is. Oh, that's the probation office. That's the place where they go and pay their fines or whatever. But then there's like the attorney pool. Men and women who've been through this a million times and look entirely apathetic to the whole situation. I mean, frumpy dudes with like old ties that they've probably been tied for like 3 years. The fucking guy doesn't know how to tie a tie, so he had somebody else do it for him, and then he just never untied it. So it's like a tight, tiny knot. An off-white shirt, black khakis, and old loafers. Ugh, gross. Just looks terrible. The court officer is making like a ton of money to do very little. And then the jury room just filled with people who don't want to be there. There were a couple of go-getters, though, let me tell you. Brought their laptop, typing away while they're waiting in the jury room. Like, oh, my work is so important. I'm going to do it in the goddamn jury room. What? What? Bring a book or look at your phone like everyone else. You fucking hardo. And as I'm walking around, because once we got in, they let us go for an hour, brought us back, and then 2 hours later let us go. It was very strange. You always see like young couples in these places, and it's always like it looks to me as if the dude is always in trouble and the girl is just trying to keep his shit together for him. That's the impression I got twice from two different couples. It might not be accurate. That's just what it looked like on the surface. I was judging books by their covers. Egads. And their covers were typically wearing way too much makeup. There's also a fucking ton of smokers outside of a courthouse. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like I even wrote in my notes, weird, but it's really not weird because if you think about it, you got a bunch of people that are all stressed out, like, oh, what's gonna happen to me? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, see? Then they show you like a video, right? If you've done jury duty in the last year or so, you've probably seen the same video. And they like interview a bunch of people, how excited they are about serving. Oh yeah, it's my constitutional duty to serve. That's what I want to be here for. I'm so proud. You're a moron. You're an idiot. Which is the only reason that you served, because they looked at you and said, wow, you're stupid, and put you in the jury. How do you think I got there? They looked at me and said, wow, you're stupid, and put me there. So stop it with your proud to serve. Shut up. The prosecution will dismiss a number of jurors. It has nothing to do with your looks, your social status, or anything else. Bullshit again. Ugh. All right. So, good news. To say that I am beyond thrilled for this voicemail is not doing it the proper justice. All right. For a couple of reasons. One, it's an actual mom. And two, because it's Bob and Dawn's mom. Bob and Dawn of the Quiet Violet, who, I am told, is getting ready to release some music. So, I have been promised by Bob that they're going to come on the show, and Bob is ready to rip the music industry to shreds. And it just so happens that Bob and Dawn's mom wants to talk about music. See how it all ties together? Man, I am so good at this, aren't I? So sit back and enjoy the very first complaint from a mom. I should literally have thousands of moms calling to complain. Honestly, I should have a backlog of mom complaints, but I don't. Instead, I have one, and I'm pumped.
Hi, Dave. This is Luann. I'm Donnie's mom. I understand he calls in frequently. He said I could possibly be the first mom caller. I don't know if I am or not, but I got a complaint. First of all, I have to start by saying that I really love music. I've been to a gazillion concerts in my life. I like loud music. I like all different kinds of music. I'm a fitness instructor, and I play all kinds of different music for people. So, and again, I like it loud. My parents always said when I was younger, that I was going to go deaf from all listening to all the loud rock music. I'm sure you've heard that before. But my complaint is I don't want to hear it on the beach. So we go to this place in Provincetown. It's a nice quiet beach, okay? And last summer, I just wanted my spot. We get out there early, get our spot. This guy comes out and he's with his family and he's blasting Latino music. I mean, I'm not saying anything about Latino music. I like it. I love Zumba classes. Again, I love music, but I don't want to hear it on the beach. Now I can't even get up and move because, he's got the whole beach and he's listening to it. And it kind of ticks me off. So we go down to Horseneck Beach quite frequently in Westport. And again, I go with my sister. We get there really early, so we can get our spot. And then along comes someone with a radio, playing it loud. So now I have to get up and move my seat because, that I've got there early to get because they're going to blast their music. And it happened. I just got back from Aruba. Okay, so we're on a beach in Aruba, and now this couple comes by and they're listening to island music really loud. And, if you want that, go to the beach bar. That's all. But, when I'm on the beach, I don't want to listen to loud music. I want to hear the waves. I want to hear birds. I want to hear, kids laughing and playing. I want to be able to have a conversation with the people I'm with without speaking loudly. So that's my beef. Let me know what you think about it. I can't wait to listen to it on your podcast. And thanks for letting me get it all off my chest. Merry Christmas, Dave. Happy New Year, and I'll be listening in. Thanks. Bye-bye.
God damn it, yes. Yes! We have reached the pinnacle of complaining. A mom complaint, and it was a fucking beauty. Yes! Thank you, Luann. Thank you. My God, it was glorious. Just amazing. And 1000% spot on. I don't think I could say thank you enough. To Luann, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to call my unbelievably stupid show and offer up a gem like that. And then thank you for Donnie. Thank you to Donnie, I should say, for exposing your mother to this nonsense. You're a wonderful son. I have never in my life figured out the whole, like, one person comes to the beach and or it's like, what? Because I would say at every single beach that I've been to, and I'm not the biggest beach guy, right? But every single beach I've ever been to, there's always been one person who is playing their music way too fucking loud. And I don't understand it. Like, why do you feel the need to broadcast your music to everybody at the beach? All you're doing is ruining the beach experience for everyone, except for yourself, because you're a selfish fuck. And there's no need for it. And it doesn't matter what kind of music it is. That's just how it goes. It's just you value your own enjoyment so much that you're willing to ruin everyone else's. That's what it comes down to. And she's 1000% right, where you feel like you have to get up and move. But I mean, if you're going to a busy, crowded beach, where are you going to go? You're screwed. So 1000% right. Like, she's spot on. You put in the effort to go to the beach. As a side note, this is no reflection on you, Luann, by any stretch, okay? But the people who get to the beach super early, It's lost on me. I don't get it. Oh, we got to get there early. We got to get there really early. We got to make sure we get a spot. We need a spot. All right, fine. I like how she casually dropped. I just got back from Aruba. Congratulations. I shouldn't say that. That's not nice. No, seriously, congratulations for going to Aruba. I've never been. I hear it's nice. Also, shout out Horseneck Beach. That was one of the beaches that my parents used to take us to when we were kids. We used to go there a lot in the summertime, Horseneck Beach. I almost drowned as a child at Onset Beach in wherever that is. It's on the Cape somewhere. Wareham, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I almost drowned. I must have been like 5 or 6 years old. And went out a little too far and was having some trouble. And I was scooped up by a random passerby who brought me back to my parents. I vividly remember this day. Vividly. I can literally remember like drowning and looking onto the shore and seeing my parents like just hanging out on a blanket, not paying any attention to their drowning child. And then, before we left, I was being admonished by my parents for not going over and saying thank you again to this guy. Wait a minute, why? The more I thought about it, or think about it today, why am I thanking him? I mean, obviously, he basically saved my life, but you should be thanking this guy profusely, not me. I didn't know any better. I was a small child. I'm getting way off topic here. Way off topic. I'm not surprised that Luann loves music, given that she has 2 children who also apparently love music, seeing as they're in a band. And as I mentioned, Bob has said that he wants to come on the show in a couple of weeks. Hopefully next week. I keep promising guests on this garbage of a program, and it just doesn't work out. I was gonna get Jimmy G from South Shore Bar Pizza to come on, and I didn't even bother to ask. I still have another pizza-related person to get on the show, and I haven't even asked because I'm terrible at hosting podcasts. Just constantly disappointing lots of people because, that's how I've always done things. Disappointed a lot of people. But, yeah, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we can make that happen. I think Tuesdays are going to be my regular recording day moving forward. Tuesday nights. So, I'm hoping like Monday night could be, well, not really, because that's not going to work. Monday night's going to be like my working late night starting Q1, so that's not going to work. But Tuesdays will work. So maybe I could do like a, I don't know. So yeah, next Monday, that's not going to work, is it? Shit. Huh. Well, I don't know. I suppose I could stay up past my bedtime. Or I could just be an adult and, stay up later. Wow. This is a lot of inner monologue in this program. Quality complaint. Luann, please, I beg you to, anytime you have a complaint, call in and complain. Vent. And then tell your friends to do the same. 617-657-4736. You can always complain. You have a home here now. Luann, you're a friend of a show. Friend of a show, yeah. Friend of the show. Certified friend of the show. So call in and complain and tell your friends all about that time you called into a podcast that 3 people listened to. And it was exhilarating. Probably not. Anyway. All right, as it is Wednesday, it is time for everyone's favorite part of the show, the end, and 3 gripes. However, before I get to 3 gripes, actually, no, I'm going to do 4 gripes tonight. Gripe number 1 is the fucking Red Sox again. I just saw Nathan Eovaldi is going to Texas for 2 years, $34 million with a 3rd-year option. It just keeps getting worse. And I keep telling myself to stop paying attention and stop getting all worked up about it, but I can't help it because it just pisses me off so much. What is our pitching staff right now, folks? What is it? What do we have? You know who's going to end up starting opening day? Nick Pivetta. Fucking Rich Hill just went to the goddamn Pirates. The Pirates! Because apparently Chaim Bloom can't be bothered to bring back an old man who can actually do something. There's like 4 guys left from the last World Series. And one of them is fucking Ryan Brazier. Awful. Just awful. Like the dude was nails. Eovaldi, he was nails for us. His elbow is held together with fucking Play-Doh. God, that 2018 team was phenomenal. They were so fucking good. And there's literally no reason why the whole team can't still be here, plus some. I mean, that 2018 game that he pitched, what was that game? I don't know. 3? Yeah, the extra inning game where it was my bachelor party down in South Carolina, and nobody could stay awake for the whole game except for my buddy John because we were all so fucking hungover from the day prior. That was gross. He took a loss, and he was fucking amazing. Then he whooped the Yankees' ass in the wild card game last year, which was great. 2021. Like, fuck you. 2 years, $34 million. We let this guy walk. We could have had him back for that. They probably offered him 2 years, $12 million. Red Sox baseball. But Fenway Park's going to be full. Because it always is. Because people are dumb. Gripe number 2, Instagram. I'm getting more spam from this stupid fucking site than I ever have before. A variety of like company ads and crypto shit and porn. I don't know. I don't get it. I've talked before about the algorithms that these social sites use, but I can't for the life of me figure out why this is happening. And even I shouldn't even say that I can't figure it out because it's likely just Facebook bots like spamming the shit out of thousands of pages per second. There's nothing worse than seeing, and here's the thing, okay? I don't get a ton of like likes and notifications and shit on my Instagram page at Complaints Pod. So when I get a notification like, oh, someone you have 3 likes and a message, and I go and check them out, and it's 3 porn bots liking a story that I posted, and then a message from a crypto company. Like, oh, it never fails. And then the first post that I see in my feed is an ad from Instagram saying, hey, save $10 on your next targeted ad. So is that it? So if I spend money on actual advertising on Instagram, I'll stop getting this crap? That's my assumption. Twitter is now so fucked up. It doesn't matter what you do to ads. They just keep coming. That's how bad things are right now for that fucking cesspool of a company. That this dumb fuck has messed up the site so badly that no matter what you do to an ad, the fucking thing is still going to show up constantly at the top of your feed every single time you refresh. So fuck you and fuck Facebook. And soon it's going to be fuck Instagram too if this keeps up. Not that it matters. Gripe number 3, fantasy football. I've mentioned recently how I've retired from all gambling. I'm no longer gambling. This one is a year-long commitment, so I don't really look at it as gambling. But I do look at it as fucking dumb luck. Pure luck, 100% pure. And sure, you can pick a great team to start the season. But if every single thing does not break your way, you're screwed. So you might be saying, well, hey, guys get hurt. Okay, great. You go into the waiver wire, and if you're not, in the waiver order in an advantageous spot, well, you're screwed. You're not going to get the backup for that guy that just went out because whoever's ahead of you is going to have first dibs. So you're fucked. It's a guessing game. And you know what it is? It's always running backs. Always running backs. You might be better off just drafting 4 running backs with your first 4 picks and hope that at least 2 of them do well and make it through the entirety of the season without getting hurt. Because the odds of you getting lucky with a waiver wire running back are pretty slim. For example, a big fuck you goes to Sean McVay, head coach of the, what are they called? The Los Angeles Rams. What are they called? So a big fuck you for being way too handsome. Oh my God. Way too handsome to be a fucking football coach. And for screwing my number 2 overall pick. My second pick, Cam Akers. Like, he didn't use him week 1. Didn't fucking use. He got like 3 carries. And then Cam Akers is like, yeah, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. I want to be traded. But Sean McVay's like, nah, we're not going to trade you. Have some chunky soup. We're not going to trade you. And then what does Sean McVay do? Oh, he decides now when they stink and the bums ahead of Cam Akers are hurt, he's going to play Cam Akers. And what has Cam Akers done? He's performed like someone who should be a number 2 pick. God fucking damn it. Waits till week 14 to actually play the guy, and then he goes off. Cock. The league that I'm in is going to feature the number 4 and number 6 team in the finals. It's all luck. And I should just quit that shit too. Gripe number 4. Those little plastic things that hold tags to like clothes and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about. Those little, there's a name for them. I don't know what they are, but the little plastic things. Plastic is a massive problem on this planet. Massive. How have we not progressed as a society that we can't find a better way to put a price tag on a pair of socks? Why? I ask that question rhetorically because I know full well why. Because they're cheap. That's why. But fuck them. I mean, goddamn, they're tiny little pieces of plastic and they're fucking everywhere all the time. There are probably like the little thicker ends like hanging out somewhere in my house that have been there for 30 years. Then the fucking cats get at them, and now you're worrying about the cats like fucking swallowing plastic and shit. because the cheap company that has to put fucking 18 tags on a pair of socks. You don't fucking need it. You know how many pairs of socks I got for Christmas? 13. Was it 13? I'm sorry, 12. I got 12 pairs of socks for Christmas. 12. My mother gave me 8. She presented me with a box of socks. Hot sauce themed socks. There were 7 pairs. Yeah. Remember when I said I want nothing? And it has nothing to do with the fact that she gave me she gave me 8 pairs of socks. That box of 7, and then she gave me one more, like a winter sock kind of a thing. She got 1 pair for me and 1 pair for my brother. Regardless of what she gave me, I begged her not to buy me anything. I literally begged her. And then she gave me like 2 Dunkin' Donuts gift cards, and I don't really even like Dunkin' Donuts. I wish she had just saved the money, because there was no need. And now I sit here and I have to fucking figure out how to get all these plastic things off these socks. My wife gave me some socks, and I got so frustrated with one pair, I pulled the fucking thing off, and what happened? That brand new pair of socks now has a fucking hole in it. We're so stupid as like, humans are so dumb. And Americans are even dumber because we're lazy, we're cheap, we're fucking stupid. Oh, we're going to put these plastic things on we're going to put 2 of them on a pair of socks. Oh no, people will be able to figure out that you need a pair of scissors to get those things off. Sure. Yeah, we've known that forever. But guess what? We get fucking sick of actually doing them, because sometimes when you cut, what happens? You cut the sock, or you cut the shirt, or you cut whatever. Figure out a better way. Man, you don't need it. They are totally useless pieces of trash. It's literal trash. And I hate them. I hate them so fucking much. I hate them. It's a good way to end it, right? Yeah. Thanks for listening. Honestly, thanks for sitting through this crap, because this is terrible. This was way worse than usual. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed when this is over. I'm just tired. I woke up way too early. And then I had to go into the office today. Like, Tuesday and Thursdays are office days, so I got to go in. It takes fucking forever to get there, forever to get back. Wah! Cry me a fucking river. I'm pretty sure my office chair that I'm sitting in here is broken. So that's another fucking notch on the old belt, yeah? That doesn't even make any sense. All right, listen. Go to @ComplainsPod on Twitter, @ComplainsPod on Instagram. I have a Facebook page, but fuck Facebook. I have a YouTube page that I don't do anything with. I have a Twitch channel that I can't figure out. I no longer have a TikTok page, so fuck TikTok. That thing is what else? I haven't got my Mastodon page set up yet. I'm working on Post. I think that's the next one I'm going to try, Post. I don't know what I'm doing here, folks. 617-657-4736. Another massive thank you to Luann for calling in and complaining. That's exactly what I'm here for. This is like confessional for complaints. Small, tiny, petty complaints like loud music on a beach. Love it. I honestly, no joke, Luann. I love that. So thank you. Please tell your friends, tell your moms. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and Godspeed. Ta-ta.
interest.